Defensively, though, Rovers gave Paul Wilkinson time and space to level. Another win goes begging.
But I think if you want to get in the playoffs or get anywhere, you've got to win your home games, which I've been saying all week. And the boss has let the lads know that, and a point at home's not good enough.
Manchester United's Michael Appleton did his best to upset City fans. He's on loan to Grimsby. Goal scoring like this shows why they wanted him. But Mikhail Kavalashvili scored his first goal in 7 months to equalise. Whether the playoffs are still possible is a moot point.
This has to be win of the weekend, and Paul Rickers played a huge part in it with 2 vital goals. His opener, though, was soon wiped out by Steve Bull, whose dismissal at the end of the first half certainly changed the game. A Mark Venus mistake gave Stuart Barlow the Latics second, and for a while it almost looked enough for the points. But Ewan Roberts again brought Wolves back into the game, their impressive away record set to carry on. Latics, though, produced a wonderful late winner, a second for Rickers. Don't write Oldham off just yet.
Things are getting a bit desperate, and we've been bottom of the league, and obviously you've got to start winning your own games to get out of trouble. And obviously we had a tough game today against Wolves, but we battled well, and we scored 3 goals, which is something we only achieved a couple of times this year, and we've taken the 3 points.
When not jet setting all over Europe, Keris likes nothing more than relaxing in a hot bath with some convivial company. And nothing impresses her more than a bloke with a good figure. Or, failing that, a bloke who's good with figures. And here's someone you might recognise as Stato.
Angus, when did you first realise you're going to become a footballing anorak?
I don't know, realise it. When I was at school, I always wanted to be in something to do with football, preferably commentating, because I think that's what I fancied doing. Actually, I like to commentate on the horses as well, right from an early age. But I suppose football anorak, there wasn't really any particular side. Although I used to love keeping a programme, you know, and buying the magazines, reading all about it.
Considering you're such a big football fan, isn't it a bit strange that your team is Altrincham?
I'll tell you what, when I followed them, they had a great team. You could run the list of players off the top of your head, and they're great FA Cup sides. I mean, I went and watched them at Everton when they got a creditable draw. That was a big buzz. They got a draw down at Tottenham in the 70s, and then we had the good cup runs. I mean, I saw them win at Birmingham. There's a few characters in the non-league.
Have you ever met anybody who knows more about football than you?
Yeah, there's a guy called Ray Spiller at the Association of Football Statisticians who's unbelievable. I mean, I'll always like to have an interest with him. I feel my knowledge in 75 is probably as good as his, but what's incredible is that he really does know his stuff from the older times. He must be much older than me. I mean, I've spoken to him a lot on the phone, met him a few times, and I mean, he is the mastermind of all, the mother of all football trivia.
What I want to know, Angus, is how many footballing manuals have you got? But don't tell us just yet, because Angus is going to tell us about that after the break.
It has been prophesied for many centuries. Beware of 1999.
Star Wars is back on the big screen for a whole new generation who have yet to experience it, and for everyone else to experience it again. Star Wars, the special edition.
Over 600,000 prizes were won last Wednesday.
It's you.
This week, it could be you.
Go on then, Angus. How big is your football library?
Well, I'll give you its nearest 100 because to be quite honest, I'd be guessing, but I won't be too far wrong. I think 400.
Right, Angus, tell me who your favourite all-time footballer is.
I really liked watching Bergkamp. I thought at night he was a complete footballer. And I must admit I was amused when I found out that he was called Dennis because his parents christened him after Dennis Law.
That's a brilliant football fact to leave us with, Angus. Thank you very much.
It's time for our weekly trawl through the outer limits of Planet Football. This week we stumbled upon the Rochdale Alliance League to assess the fortunes of third division strugglers Summit and Stansfield. As usual, the footy show had bagged itself a prime position on the sidelines. Over to your match commentator, Mike Sadler.
Yes, Trevor, as Easter approaches for many amateur sides across the northwest, promotion and survival becomes a real issue. So I've taken up my commentary position for today's real humdinger in the Rochdale Alliance Division 3. Our team of the week, they may be called the Summit, but they're down at the bottom and they couldn't have a tougher test today. And you'll notice the Summit manager, Peter Hartley, has 4 Hartleys in the squad. The players tell me it's a pure coincidence. And just a note on the Millrain team today, number 7, Chris Hoolican. His dad, Gary Hoolican, once played for Oldham Athletic. And our ponytail referee is Mike Porter. This is a good start by the purple-shirted Millrain team. Pressure's on Summit, only half cleared by Jennings to Blackshaw. He's got men in the box. One of them is Tickle, and he's got it. Keeper Michael Dopp beaten by Tickle's header, 1-0. Now Summit are 2-0 down. They desperately need a goal. Here's Hartley, and he's got it. Defender on the line could do nothing about it. Summit back in the game.
We're getting there. First point of the season.
Still though, the Summit defenders have got to be on their guard. Has keeper Dopp got this covered? I think he'll claim perfect judgment.
Well, I'm trials from Manchester, not United or City, Manchester Crown Court.
Summit now 3-1 down, so the jury is certainly still out. But there could be danger, and it could come from Hull. Perfect volley from Sam Hull. It's 4-1 at half-time. 4-1, but the Summit far from downhearted.
You've got your own stars in your eyes, you know. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Rob Stewart. That's how we ref.
Colin, some interesting defending in that game. If Summit and Stansfield could afford you, where do you think, what would you have done in this incident coming up? We'll see a replay of. Michael Dopp, this is the hapless goalkeeper, as the cross comes over.
Well read with the number 2.
It was well read, really, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Just get that waistline.
It got out of the way nicely, yeah. You'd have been as quick-witted as that, do you think?
I'd have done the same thing, exactly.
Despite the conditions, yeah?
Oh, yes. Kept
they look treacherous.
Feet firmly in the ground.
All right, nice one, Colin. Well, as we go back to Littleborough Community School, the venue, I'm afraid the news has got even worse for Summit and Stansfield. They now trail to British Millrain by 6 goals to 1. Let's rejoin our man in the tree, Mike Sadler.
So time running out for the Summit, but again it's Millrain pressing forward, and they sprung the offside trap. Oh dear, keeper Dopp's dropped it. Poor Michael Dopp just couldn't get his hands on it. Hull pounces, it's 7-1. Now maybe substitute Steve McLaughlin could turn things around. His nickname is the Splodge, and he's certainly getting in the midst of things there. Good strong play from Splodge.
Come on, Splodge, you keep moving now!
Same every game. You put him in a position and he goes where he wants anyway, so what do you do with him? I'm not going to argue with him, are you?
Can't jump in front of him, you
Strong words from Splodge, and this is a strong chance now, and it's Hartley. He's put it wide.
Those nets are real.
Bird's eye view, I can tell you. Could be a chance here. It's Hartley. Oh dear. Now keeper Dopp's in trouble, and he could be punished. This is Wilkinson. He's got men over. One of them is Hoolican at the far post. Can he finish? Off the line. Oh, how did that stay out? at 8-1 with just a few minutes left. Time's running out for the Summit now. They should have no problems here. Oh dear, what's Stop doing? Hooligan, it's 9-1. That's a win that secures the title for British Millrain. Division 3 champions, enjoying the celebrations. I'm not quite sure if manager David Dawson, though, will enjoy that one. So commiserations to the Summit, still looking for their first victory, but well done to Millrain. Congratulations on their championship success, and I think I'll go and join in the celebrations if I could actually find the ladder. Lads, come on lads. Look, a joke's a joke. Fellas, you're not going to leave me here, no.
Nice to see Mike branching out a bit more. Now then, let's fast forward several epochs through the football evolution chain and catch up with the action from Nationwide Divisions 2 and 3. Here's Mike in Kerris again.
The pressure's certainly building at the top of Division 2, and then the on-loan Tony Battersby picked his spot to make it 2-0.